Hi, Donna, it's Brandy. I wanted to make some comments in advance of our meeting tomorrow. So I added some suggestions here for possible revisions for the course objectives. We also need to add which PLOs these are going to align to. So we need to add those in here for each one of the course objectives. We should identify which PLO or PLOs, oh, undo. Which PLO or PLOs will each one of these course objectives be mapped to? So that's the first thing. And I just made some revision notes to change, like tighten up some of the language or elevate the verbs for the elevate the verbs. I put in the course materials that you listed. And then I started to fill out the module details. So one thing to keep in mind when you're developing this course is that we're designing it so everyone can teach it. So if there's introductory material that you want students to have, it's going to go in this module overview. That's where you'll include it. For the CDD, for this phase 1, it can be simple like this. And then in phase 2, we can flesh it out in greater detail where you include everything that you want them to have. For the module objectives, I didn't critique the verbs yet because I want to see what assignments we're going to have. But something to note is in order to have a module objective, it has to be paired with a discussion board or an assignment. So we only create module objectives for elements that students are going to create some kind of tangible artifact for, either discussion board work, some kind of assignment, some kind of test, something where we can pinpoint and say, yes, they achieved that objective. If it's not going to create a deliverable, it would become a topic. So that's the difference between the module objectives and the topics. For the study and learning materials, you want to identify the specific chapters, the specific readings. What is it exactly that you want students to be addressing in this module? For the planned activities, we can keep it this generic, but again, we have to make sure that we identify each activity as well as what it aligns to. So right now, what you have here, we only have module 1, objective 1.2. So how are we going to measure that students have achieved all of these other things? Are we going to add a quiz? Are we going to add some kind of assignment? What are we going to do to make sure that they are demonstrating mastery of all of those things? Same comments for module 2. Definitely identify these much more specifically. And likewise, for the planned activities, we probably need to flesh these out a little bit more. They don't have to be complete directions, but this document is what goes to the curriculum committee so that they can evaluate whether or not this course is properly set up. Thank you so much, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.